Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have a OnePlus 7T with a broken display and a bent frame. And David here is gonna save this one from the bin. Let's go! So here we are. We have a very bad case of a bent frame and a broken display and back cover. And first off, we're gonna tape off this back cover because unfortunately we will reuse this one later on. And David here is gonna revive this and replace the display and straighten up the chassis or the frame so that the replacement display can sit flat on the plane of the frame. So we're taping here and letting the glass be secure because we're gonna remove this one as usual. So the primary aim of this repair shop, the Sydney CBD Repair Center, is to save all electronics from being thrown into the dump if you can help it. So this one is still usable. I think the motherboard is still okay, although the bent frame is not really looking good as of the moment. We're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna remove the screws from the motherboard shroud and slowly lift it up. You can see that some of the covers on the main board are also crumpled. We're gonna remove this. Some screws are even stuck on the holes, screw holes, because of the bent plastic. So that's really a bad sign. But still, David is going to continue disassembling the whole thing, remove the connectors for the display and the battery. And here we have a replacement display. We're going to connect this to the board connector and turn it on. We're gonna let it charge, see if the battery is still okay. And it works. Now it's turning on. Almost full charge. That's amazing. So now that we know that the board and the battery and other components are okay, we're gonna proceed now to our preliminary testing. It let us log into the device. We're gonna wait for it to initiate and load all the apps. We're gonna go to the cameras. Front camera is okay. Back camera is also okay. So we're doing good so far. Touchscreen also responsive. Wi-Fi is also good. So nothing to worry about. So although the bent frame is a worrisome sight, and of course you'll be understandably concerned if this happened to your device, maybe you will think that it's already dead and good to go, time to move on and get a new device. David here is showing us that some device can still be salvaged, and this OnePlus 7T is a tough cookie. So it can take a lot of damage before it finally gives up. So right here, we're gonna remove the battery and remove the connector for the display because the connector is underneath the battery. We're gonna peel it off. And now we're gonna go remove the damaged display. And what you know, it's easier to remove a display when the frame is bent. So that's good to know. We're gonna try to remove this one safely. David is wearing some gloves. If you're gonna plan to do this on your own with this kind of damage and these kind of cracks, make sure you have proper tools and safety equipment like gloves and your eye protection so you don't get some shards of glass all over your eyes. So David here is gonna straighten up the frame. can see there's still bends. We're just gonna massage it. So good thing about an aluminum frame or a metal frame, you can just bend it back. And now we're gonna try to fit the display. See if there's gaps and if it sits flat on the frame, and it does. It's good. We're gonna put some fresh adhesives on the frame. Let it sit for a while. Prepare the replacement screen and install it, align and push it in. Then connect the connector through the back to the main board connector, and then reinstall the battery right here. And now we're ready to cover the main board and screw everything together so we can perform our final testing, and we can give this back to the client. So this is another example of a smartphone fix for a customer which looks hopeless at first, but we managed to save it, and of course it saved the client some money by not buying something brand new or used. And just by fixing this, they can retain all their data inside this phone and continue using it for years and years. It's still working, cameras all good. All the sensors, settings, speakers. Of course, we have seen it charge successfully. And now we're gonna reuse the back cover. We suggest that if you're reusing this kind of back cover, you just buy something that covers it, like a phone case or maybe a skin. So it's not really aesthetically pleasing to look at, and it's not functional, and it's also a danger to your safety because it can cut your fingers, believe it or not. So we're almost done, guys. Thank you for joining. If you like it, click like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have a question, and we'll see you again next time with Glenn, with David here in Sydney CBD Repair Center. Straight as an arrow. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.